Hello there. If you have journeyed with me from the beginning, we have gone from Aries to now Pisces. And this is completing the circle of the zodiac, a full cycle through the zodiac. And spring has arrived with the glorious sun entering the depths of the constellation of Pisces. And if you are a sensitive person, you are feeling this. There's so much going on in the world, and it could be very overwhelming. And some of us wish that we could fix things, but it feels like too much, and so we escape from it all. Perhaps you've been told that you feel too much or that you're too sensitive. I am here to tell you that your sensitivity is your superpower. It is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of strength. Because in Pisces lies the hidden power of empathy, compassion, and healing. And so today we are going to unlock how to channel that power for ourselves and the world. Together we can turn that overwhelm into sacred action, because this planetary crisis is something that we must face together if we are to heal. Everything happening on the earth is a push. It's pushing us to stand up and face evil and connect to a higher power, to believe in our own inner strength. So let's reflect where we've been in order to know, so that we can consciously choose in which direction we would like to go. This is your moment to claim your spiritual sovereignty. I will share with you some teachings that will help you stand firmly in your truth with potent and powerful insights to navigate these turbulent times. Collectively, we are swimming in illusions, ideologies, and projections. People look for salvation outside of themselves, in systems, leaders, or institutions, instead of awakening inner freedom through the divine spark that we all carry within. This is the Christ light. So, from the perspective of the sleeping prophet Edgar Cayce, he viewed Pisces as more of a bridge to the divine. It is not so much an astrological personality for him, it is a soul function. And because this bridge is between the physical and the spiritual realms, and this channel is for dreams, intuition, inspiration, and subtle perception, and it's linked to healing abilities and psychic diagnosis. Pisces' deep sensitivity lets you tune into collective patterns of illness and imbalance so that they can be healed. We all have Pisces energy within us, and it shapes how sensitive and empathic we are. In medical astrology, Pisces connects us to our feet, the part of us that grounds us on Mother Earth and carries our whole body everywhere we go. We walk and live on the earth, and yet we are also part of the heavens through the planets, the stars, and the spiritual hierarchies. And Pisces, as the completion sign, is gathering everything that has been built from the other signs and is bringing it back to oneness. It is about merging and dissolving, the end of one cycle before a new beginning. So if you follow the path of human evolution and human development from Aries to Pisces, you're traveling from feeling separate to feeling connected to everything. The walls around your ego will dissolve when you loosen the separation between self and other, me and you, spirit and matter. One-sided ways of being from earlier stages of development can shift and transform through love, empathy, and serving others. In this way, Pisces shows us a cosmic picture of what humans are capable of, taking all of evolution into our heart with compassion and love, unconditional love. So let's discuss 3 ways of being with thinking, feeling, and willing. We will examine Pisces through these 3 dimensions. In willing, we have the strength of altruism, but the shadow side is playing the victim. In thinking, the strength is in imagination, but the shadow side is getting lost in delusion. And in feeling, the strength is being sensitive and sympathetic, but the shadow side is escapism. So people with strong Pisces energy carry deep soul experiences and face real challenges around escapism versus service, confusion versus faith, and victimhood versus taking spiritual responsibility. And on a collective level, Pisces seeks sensitivity to suffering and a spiritual longing for goodness, oneness, and the divine. The lower frequency of this, however, is escapism, confusion, and losing yourself in fantasy. And our task right now is to become more aware of our spiritual purpose. My computer is about to go down the tubes if I don't plug it in. So let's get that going again. Let's see here. All right. I might have to start over, but... No, it's still going great. So our task right now is to become more aware of our spiritual purpose. We need to face evil as a real spiritual force. And we start by facing it in the world, and then this will help us to become more humble and go within so that we can start to face our own inner shadows. And another crucial task is, of course, turning this sensitivity into compassion and action and not getting lost. We want to try to have this beautiful merging, but at the same time we need boundaries and standing in our center. So we need to discuss the Age of Aries before we go into the Age of Pisces. We are currently in the Pisces, but let's talk about the Aries so that we can break down this cosmic push of our evolution, because the planets are helping us to evolve, these ages, the signs. And according to Rudolf Steiner, our task in the time of Aries was that humanity was to develop the individual I, our ego consciousness. We began to experience ourselves as separate, distinct individuals. And the Greeks, they built beauty, form, and harmony by letting the soul express itself through art and philosophy and the human body. And then the Romans, they created law, logic, and civic order by structure, with the individual I within the community and government. So we have both polarities here. And it was to prepare us for something huge, the mystery of Golgotha and Christ's incarnation. And it could only happen once people had developed sufficient individual consciousness to receive it. And Steiner saw Christ's death and resurrection as a central spiritual event of Earth's evolution. And the Greco-Roman age during Aries was precisely the vessel that prepared us for it. And now our current task in the Age of Pisces, where we are right here and now. This is our task, is to develop and confront evil consciously. Unlike past eras where evil was either avoided or fought from the outside, and we must now recognize it, understand, and transform evil from within. This is through inner freedom. And we want to work on developing our consciousness soul. This is the highest level of soul development, where truth is found through inner clarity as opposed to tradition and authority. So freedom and love are spiritual acts. Immorality must be chosen freely, not forced by rules or dogma. Steiner also warned that humanity risks forgetting this Christ spiritual event. And so our job is to reconnect with Christ through direct spiritual experience in the etheric realm, through our life body, through our prana. We want to also face the Ahrimanic deception, and this is the danger of materialism, mechanization, and reducing humans to data or machines. Ahriman is the spirit of cold, hardening materialism. The other end of that, we have facing the Luciferic temptation, and this is about escapism, fake spirituality, and ego inflation. We have Lucifer, Ahriman, Christ is the fulcrum. So a key insight from Rudolf Steiner said, the human being must learn to stand upright in the face of evil, to transform it through the forces of the risen Christ, working in the etheric realm. Steiner also emphasized that the reappearance of Christ in the etheric realm is the defining spiritual event of our time. This is going on through the 20th century and will deepen as we move forward. So, in Rudolf Steiner's writings on the wrong and right use of esoteric knowledge, he believed that certain groups, he called them the Brotherhood, made it their mission to distract humans from connecting to Christ and the mystery of Golgotha. Their goal was to push us so deep into materialism that we forget our spiritual calling. And so we carry on in a world of materialism and other isms, so that when we die, our souls are lost through forgetting who we really are. We carry the Christ light within. Some might call this far-fetched or conspiracy theory, but that's exactly what the forces of evil want you to believe. They want you depressed, distracted, and disbelieving in the spiritual, whether good or evil. These forces really exist, folks. I'm sure you can see that. It's in plain sight all around us. And this age of Pisces is calling us to rediscover devotion and compassion with clarity and freedom, to prepare the way more consciously by doing our spiritual work. And this is on behalf of humanity, on behalf of the children of the future. So this energy is calling us to awaken to the Christ consciousness that is in the etheric realm. And we have this capacity to do this. We want to develop spiritualized empathy. We allow ourselves to feel deeply and turn that feeling into conscious, loving action. We spiritualize the feet of humanity. The feet is our connection to Pisces, how we stand on the earth ecologically, economically, and socially, so that our way of living becomes service to others. We want to seek and cultivate beauty, truth, and goodness. Make these the foundation of how we live. We want to redeem collective pain and guilt. We want to understand it, take responsibility for our own projections or denial, and transform it through action. These are all Piscean archetypes that are going on within us. And that's why I'm discussing it now with the Sun in Pisces. Although we are also in the Age of Pisces, it's the perfect time to really get this down. So Edgar Cayce's vision for humanity through the Pisces archetype was to turn sensitivity into service. Use your intuition to heal and guide others. Transform your emotional life through prayer, meditation, and ethical living to ensure that what comes through you is clear and helpful. Purify your devotion. Move from blind belief or dogma toward a conscious, freely chosen spiritual path. Prepare for a more conscious age. The Piscean work of sacrifice and empathy is laying the groundwork for a future where spiritual perception is joined with clarity, freedom, and responsibility, which is linked to anthroposophy as we move forward in this Aquarian consciousness. So everyone, if you are feeling this, all of these energies, and you really want to do something, we have to go within and do the spiritual work. And then we go out and we can act. So if you're feeling it, if you're feeling the pull of Pisces, the longing, the sensitivity, the call to serve, then let it melt your armor. Turn your feelings into heart-centered presence, your sensitivity into compassionate action, and your devotion into true freedom. Right now, humanity's capacity is to take the whole story of evolution and hold it in our hearts. And we do this through Christ consciousness. So stay tuned to learn more about astrology, our relationship to the cosmos, and our spiritual mission. I will put some links below so that you can dive deeper, further into all of these things about our spirituality and our freedom, so that you can start to cultivate your own inner relationship to Christ, what that means to you, without dogma or religiosity. I mean, if you are a part of a church, that is beautiful. But some people, they still feel connected to this energy of Christ, and you can work with this energy wherever you are, whether you are part of church or not, because this energy is all around us in nature and in the heavens and right here within each and every one of us. All right, peace be with you. God bless. I am sending you so much love. Bye-bye, everyone.